Hey everyone, my name is Darby and this is the DevOps for Mobile Apps update for February 10th, 2022. There's a couple things that I just wanted to cover really quickly today. The section in here, basically all of this content is about the secure files feature that I've been working on. And so I've got, like I said, three things. The first item here is an issue that I'm just using to track the MVC release work that needs to be done still. So there's a few tasks that are still in progress that need to be done in order to actually roll this out in production. So there's some infrastructure work to be done. I need to write some documentation and work on the feature flag rollout. So that's all captured here. There's issues linked in here, and folks can follow along with any of that if you want to. So that's where we are on that front. And then the second thing here is a little project that I created called Load Secure Files. And what this is it's a separate project. It's like a Ruby script essentially that we can use to load the secure files within the runner. So this is kind of a MVC of the runner integration. So we don't have to do a lot of work to get that set up. It's really just a script that can be loaded into a CI jobs runner configuration. So the way that this works, it was kind of cool to get this going. It's actually using something called Traveling Ruby, which I've linked somewhere in here, I think. Yeah, right there, Traveling Ruby. But what this allows us to do is create a packaged up application with Ruby and then the scripts that I've written to make this work. And what this will do is allow us to download that into a runner and execute the script and not have to install a bunch of Ruby dependencies. And so there's a one-line curl command that we can run to download the package and then execute it and load the files. So the way this looks in a runner here is, so I've got this example that I ran locally. Basically, we just put this as one of the steps in the CI YAML file, and then it goes and downloads it, runs it, and then it outputs the files that it downloaded to test with. So it all worked there, and this is what it would look like, just a single line in the CI YAML file. So kind of a nice, clean, simple approach to get started. It's not a direct runner integration, and that's something that we'd like to do down the road, but it's a way to get started and for people to be able to test it. And then the Traveling Ruby part of this helps to work around the need for installing Ruby. So if you're running on some sort of machine that doesn't have Ruby, then you don't have to go and add a bunch of extra dependencies there. So that is the Secure Files project. And then the last thing I've got here is the UI MVC, which I've started to work on, and I've got a screenshot in here. There is a draft MR that I've been working on and iterating through, and this is a very simple MVC. It's literally just a read-only view of the files within a project. So just getting started very simply, and then we'll kind of expand it from there. But that's kind of the very first iteration. So working through that, getting some nice feedback from other engineers at GitLab to help kind of improve the front end code there. So working on that, we'll get that done and ready for review pretty soon. And hopefully that will be able to be kind of shipped maybe shortly after the first MVC of the API. So that's where that is at today. And then up next, really just going to keep working on the task to ship that API MVC, get that out the door as soon as possible and start testing it with folks. And then kind of keep moving from there. So that's all I have for this week. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.